Hello and welcome back to the 7 Trading Secrets. I am Jeremy Whaley and we are getting into day number 6. If you're going through the daily routine on this, perhaps you've come across these videos in a different environment and maybe you're going through quicker. But if you're doing this the way they were designed, it's day number 6, which it's hard to believe it's been an entire week. We've been through a lot of really interesting content, haven't we? Some pretty powerful secrets, but perhaps the most important secret, well, it's hard to say. What's the most important? Certainly the one we're about to share is one of the top secrets. And the reason is because it addresses the underlying fear that every trader has. Now, what is every trader afraid of? They're afraid of losing money. And so that's where we come into secret number 6. You got to know when to fold them. Know when to fold them. Now, as I've already shared with you, I started my professional career as a musician, and I actually grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, worked as a professional musician for almost a decade in recording studios here in Nashville. So music's a big part of my background, and you may remember the old song, the old Kenny Rogers song called The Gambler. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And it talks about knowing when it's time to let go. Knowing when it's time to let go. Here's what you need to know. Trading is not gambling. Contrary to a lot of popular belief out there, trading is not gambling. That's not what it is. Now, it could be. I mean, if you're just randomly throwing money at it and hoping to hit it big, it could be. But here's what trading is. Trading has a lot of similarities in the sense that there's known probabilities we can work with, okay? So we can learn a lot from gamblers in simply understanding how they manage their money. Whenever we think about trading, there's certain statistics that we can work with. We know that every trade on its face value is going to have a 33% chance of making money. How do we know that? Well, it could go up, it could go down, it could go sideways. So you got 3 directions the trade could go. It could go up, down, sideways. That's 1 out of 3 is a 33.33333% chance. So no matter what, regardless of analysis, regardless of anything, if you just threw a dart at the board, you have a 1 in 3 opportunity to make money. Gamblers understand that. Great gamblers know they can sustain a lot of small losses, but they have to make it up in the wins. So if you know your percentages of wins, if you know that your percentage is going to be 1 out of 3, that's all you have to do. Now we can construct a formula to where we make money on that. And that's where risk management comes into play. So whenever it comes to trading, you cannot be afraid to take a loss. You can't be afraid to take a loss. Taking losses is part of trading. In fact, what you're going to discover, if you do the right money management, you can lose twice as many trades as you win and still make money. That's the reality. Now that plays with your psyche, because now we move out of just simply making money and we move into this whole arena of the psychology of winning, where people feel like I've got to win all the time in order to be making profits. The reality is, folks, if you have the right money management plan, if you have the right risk management plan, you could lose 2 out of 3 trades and still make a profit in the market consistently. You say, well, how do I do that? And here's how we do it. The formula is you need to be earning at least 2, ideally $3 or more for every $1 that you lose in the market, or every dollar that you put at risk. Now, how do you do that? It's something we call risk reward ratio. Okay, now it's not necessarily how much capital you put into the trade, okay, because the amount of capital you put in is one thing, but the amount that you're actually willing to take a loss on, that's the amount that we're going to call your risk. And if you consistently make at least 2, but ideally $3 or more for every trade that you lose, if you consistently make $2 and you only lose $1 in those trades, then over time, what's going to happen is you're actually outrunning your losses, and you're consistently doing that. It's a magical thing. And once you understand this formula, it actually becomes really, really forgiving, because when you manage to these formulas, you can actually lose almost all the time. Not all the time. I mean, you have to win some, but you can lose 60% of the time, and you can still actually beat the market. That's better than the fund managers, folks. It's better than the fund managers. Now, in addition to that, you're going to have to learn how to manage your risk per trade. And then I also teach people to diversify across multiple trades. You don't want everything in one particular trade, okay? So there's quite a few pieces of risk management, but every bit of these pieces of risk management, they can be simple. They really are simple. The formula is simple. It's a simple 3-to-1 ratio. It's a simple management of your trades, usually about 10% of your portfolio. And then we're going to diversify across multiple trades. And if you'll do that, here's the reality, folks. No one ever needs to go broke. I blew out 3 trading accounts before I figured this stuff out. But now that I know this stuff, there's no reason that any trader should ever go broke except for bad risk management. And like I say, I blew out trading accounts. On average, the retail trader blows out their trading accounts. So, that's why I always tell people, don't start with a, big life savings for your trading account. Start with something small, learn how to manage that, learn how to make money with that, and then you can always scale that. If you start off with your life savings, you start off with everything and you can't afford to lose it, guess what? You're going to lose it. So that's not where you want to start off. You want to start off with something small, maybe a $5,000, maybe a $10,000 trading account, something that if you lost it, it would sting a little bit, but your life isn't devastated. I mean, come on. If your life's devastated over $5,000, we got bigger problems than a $5,000 trading account. And so, that's a good size to start with. $5,000 to $10,000 is a good size to get started with. If you do screw up and you do blow it out, well, that happens. You can certainly live to trade another day and survive and come up with some more money. You start off with $250,000 or $500,000 or $1 million, your entire life savings, and if you lose that, you're toast. Like, psychologically, it is hard to fix those traders. And I've done it. I've had some that I've worked with that have blown out a big trading account like that, and we've been able to get them back on track. But that's a big challenge. But here's the thing that I want you to walk away with. I'm kind of diverging a little bit here. I want you to walk away with this reality. In fact, I'm going to put it full screen so you can see it. There is no reason that any trader should ever go broke except for bad risk management. And the key here is you got to know when to fold them. You got to know when it's time to pack it up and say, you know what, I'm going to take this loss and I will let some of these small losses stack up, but I'm going to hold for the bigger gains. And when you learn that little secret right there, that little piece of risk management, everything can turn. I'm fascinated. I've taught now hundreds of thousands of people. Well, probably not hundreds of thousands, but over 100,000 people. And I'm fascinated. I do my trade setups on Sunday nights, and I've been doing that for years publicly where people can watch. And, people will write in and they're like, well, I can't believe, only 6 of your trades made a profit and 4 of them, they were big mess ups. And, I lost a lot of money on that. And it's like, well, first of all, I didn't tell you to place a trade. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So that's the first thing. Secondly, look at the winners. When you look at the winners, my winners will consistently far outrun the losing trades. And because of that, what ends up happening is my account continues to grow. I'm not a perfect trader. Nobody's a perfect trader. Nobody's going to be placing 10 out of 10 trades every trade over and over. Now, if I have a good season where I do a really good run of 10 trades back to back or 15 trades back to back, I guarantee you I'm going to get hit really, really hard. In fact, last summer, from when I'm recording this, last summer I had one of those seasons where I had about 3 months back to back where it was just like, man, everything I hit was just hitting big. I had huge account growth. And then in one day, boom, I had a huge blow up. And I lost a big part of that gain. But if I look back, if I step back, remember we talked about, not losing perspective and scaling out. You look back and man, I had a huge growth. And that over that year, I actually had over 180% total account growth for that 1 year of trading. Now, if I got really focused on what happened on those 3 trading days in September, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible trader. And that's where most people are. But you know what? It comes down to this principle right here. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Let your profits run and let them run big, and keep your losses to a minimum. You can take lots and lots of losses if you will let your profits run really big. And that's one of the biggest keys to being an effective trader. So my secret number 6, know when to fold them. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I hope you get a lot out of all of my videos. I hope you're watching all of them. But before we move on, I want to invite you personally to join the Pick Winning Stocks Challenge. This is a fantastic challenge that I've put together. It's 21 days. It'll change your trading career. How's it going to do that? Well, first of all, I'm going to teach you how to pick the direction of the trade. So you always know which trade direction the stock is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going to go sideways? I'll teach you how to figure that out. I'm also going to show you exactly how to apply the right strategy at the right time. And then I'm going to turn around and show you exactly how to manage your risk as well as how to write your trading plan, the absolutely perfect trading plan. I'll show you all this stuff. I'm going to teach you how to choose a stock. You know, some stocks are good to trade, some stocks are not. I'm going to show you how to do all that. In other words, it's everything that you need so you can pick a winning stock. And isn't that the outcome? Isn't that the whole purpose of coming to the stock market, so that you can learn how to pick a winning stock, so you can buy it and you can sell it and make a profit? That's kind of the idea, right? This is a 21-day challenge. That means 21 days from right now. 21 days. That's 3 weeks. That's it. Just 3 weeks. 3 weeks from right now, you can have all these questions and a whole lot more answered in the 21-day Pick Winning Stocks Challenge. All you need to do is click the link below, get yourself enrolled, get yourself signed up, and get started immediately. For most of you, this is the next step on your journey. So go ahead, get yourself signed up for the Pick Winning Stocks Challenge. I know you're going to absolutely love it. And as always, if you want to learn some more, all you need to do, get yourself subscribed, subscribe to my channel, follow me on social media, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is that you want to try to follow me. Just follow me there, and even just go to my website at trademaestro.com. Click below the links right here. We got the links to the website, got some links to other resources, all great stuff, lots and lots of cool stuff out there. So go check it all out, and I look forward to sharing it with you. And until next time, happy trading.